Okay, so hi. I am Hilary Griffin, and tonight we are going to be talking about how to. Hold on.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. How to flip the switch. I thought it would be funny, but you know what? You guys are muted. So if you laughed, thank you. But here's the thing. Okay, so everybody knows the fun TikTok thing, right? I'll flip the switch. And honestly, that is something that Morgan and I did last month. So if you didn't know, I am an Emerald leader, like I was just saying a minute ago, and Morgan, I'll let her introduce her new title, but we had to make a decision last month for those titles to change, for us to feel like, okay, we wanted to promote, we wanted to do the things, we believe it's possible, we've seen all of these stories and all the things, so we have full faith in this company and the business, all of that. But there was something that finally just clicked for us last month, and what I'm so excited about is that it's actually a lot easier than what I have thought for the past year. So a little bit of my story is I joined the business just a little bit over a year ago. I ran really fast in the beginning. I had no idea what I was doing. I was sending screenshots all the time to my leader, and then I would just get responses back, and I would just start saving those things to my phone. And then shortly after starting to do that for a few days, I ended up earning my shopping spree. I was like, okay, this is legit. After I got my shopping spree, I was like, well, let's see what the coffee does. I lost some weight. I was able to start tucking in my shirt, not feeling awkward because I'm a mom, so mom pooch, that kind of stuff. I felt cute, so I was like, okay, I like the coffee. I already made some money. Let's see what else happens. I ended up earning at that time, if you promoted to a certain point, you can earn a $3,000 bonus. So I went Emerald in my first 90 days. So I already knew that was possible. I went through a lot of ups and downs in my business, and to be completely honest, I would take a lot of ownership for that myself. Now that I am reminded of what it takes to be able to promote in this business, I take a lot of ownership for that. I overcomplicated it. I looked at things and said well, so-and-so is not working, and I thought that this person was going to do it with me. And all these different things kept me held back from maintaining my rank and then getting to the next level. So what was really cool is Morgan and I have been accountability partners for the past several months now. We started right before the new year, and then we really launched into the new year being accountability partners. And that has helped me personally so much. And we have both been pursuing the same rank. We were both trying to go diamond. Now she went diamond before me, but I don't no hate, no shade, totally celebrate her, but I'm getting there this month. So the thing is though, is we've been telling each other that we were going to promote, that we were going to grow our checks, that we were going to do that. That's what promoting means. All promoting is that you are leading and helping more people, and your check just got bigger for doing it. That's what promoting is. So we have been pursuing that month after month after month. And then finally, I don't know what kicked in. I honestly believe the one thing that Morgan and I were really wanting, we started really experiencing, and Morgan's going to go deeper into that a little bit later, but a few things changed, and we decided enough's enough. We're going for it. We flipped the switch. We turned into different people. We stopped overcomplicating things. We stopped getting overwhelmed by the dumb little stuff. We pushed through the no's. When people say no, we just found a new creative way to find more people to say yes. We do the things that we've never done before, like TikTok. Okay, I haven't signed anybody from TikTok yet because I haven't been super consistent on it, but Morgan has. That was a brand new thing that we implemented last month. So there's so many different avenues to things, and it's actually super simple. A lot of it happens behind the scenes. I thought, I have a branding background and marketing and stuff like that. I thought I need to build that here in order for me to be successful. And what's really funny is the people with the strongest social media brands on in our company with I'm talking 30K or more followers, they actually work majority behind the scenes really hard with their teammates. they're just all coming together. So that was kind of like the secret sauce thing that we found. And we're like, okay, we can totally do it. So we committed. We decided we're getting on journaling Zooms every day. We're doing the things, and we decided to go with what was working for a lot of people and to stop overcomplicating things. So now Morgan's going to go deeper into what does it mean, like, to overcomplicate stuff, and what does it mean to just keep it simple? Because seriously, like, the biggest thing that happened for us is, so we made that decision. We were doing the whole, waking up and journaling. We were connecting with our teams. We were showing up consistently. But one of the biggest things that happened is we as a team, like, you guys, if you didn't know, you're on Courtney Lavi's 2.0 team. All that means is that she reached the top and the company decided to give her another chance to reach it again. We're on that team. That team alone was able to bring in thousands of dollars of sales in the last 3 days. Like, or not, it wasn't even the last 3 days of the month because we promoted early. But within 3 days, we were able to pull off what would be a double diamond amount of volume. Okay. We were a part of that. So being a part of something like that was really cool, because it's not about Courtney. It's not about, because yes, it's ultimately like her team, but we all came together because we were all winning. Like, my check grew while on pursuit of helping that whole thing go up. Okay. Morgan's check grew. Like, everybody got a piece of the pie on that. It's never about the top person. They just happen to be the person there. That's all that is. But it was super exciting, super fun, and we brought in a lot of stuff, and all we did is we just simplified everything and then took massive action on those things. Okay, so I'm gonna stop jumbling my words, and I'm gonna let Morgan get more detailed about it all really quick.
Okay, hello. I'm Morgan Pickering, and as crazy as it is to say, I'm now a diamond leader. One thing I do want to say, any girl that promoted this month on my team or Hilary's team, or got to the 400 club, or got a pay raise, congrats. Like, we worked our tushies off in April. If you were on the Zooms till 3 a.m., bless you. And the deliriousness and the playlist on Spotify and all the craziness. So I just want to say congrats to you too, because again, we can't do this without you. We are a team, and we are all here pushing together. And also to touch what Hilary was saying about all the volume we brought in, Jade Hooper, which is also one of our top leaders on our team, she even said, looking over all of April, and she has a big team, okay, so, but as a team, just hers brought in over $1 million in sales last month. Now, I just want y'all to understand that yes, we are in a pandemic. Sorry, words are hard. But people are buying stuff. People are wanting to join and pay $99 despite oh, that's a lot of money. Like, if people need it bad enough, they'll figure it out. If people want the products bad enough, they'll figure it out. So please do not think that because the time that we're in right now, people do not want this. They do. Even probably more so now with the opportunity, people do need this. So please don't count yourself out on, well, I'll wait till this is over. Well, we don't know when it is going to be over. So are you going to wait on a paycheck until when it is, or are you going to put in the work now and know that people are still coming in? I brought in more customers last month in the last 3 days of our promotion than I did all month. I was slacking on customers last month, if I got to be honest. But the last 3 days when we pushed, it was the most simple of conversations that I had with people. And they're like, yeah, I'm ready. Yep, I'm ready. Yep. It wasn't even I'll think about it. It was just, we call it God BV. It just comes out of nowhere because he sees our hard work and it just comes. So speaking of keeping things simple and not overcomplicating. So I think that's one thing that we can kind of get stuck in on, we have to do all the things, and which we kind of do, but we look at it as from a lens to where it is complicated. It's this is a lot to do, and how am I going to do this? And well, I got to get this done. And a lot of it too, like, we have lives outside of this. If you're in school or working or both, or you're a mom of one kid what am I saying? One kid or 10 kids. Like, we all have stuff to do outside of this, whether you do this full time or you're brand new or you kind of been in for a few months. Like, we get it. We all have lives. Like, our life isn't just this business. We get that. So with that, don't overcomplicate this. Like, this is hard work. It sometimes does call for late nights. And are they worth it? Absolutely. I would stay up till 3 a.m. for 5 more nights in a row if it helped me and my girls change our lives with this income that this business can give us. But it is super simple. Okay. Please, please, please. Me and Hilary do have team pages. Utilize them. Get on them and find things and use them. We have tons of photos for your stories. That is the most simple thing that you can be doing daily, is posting on your story. There's almost like really no excuse for it, because you can literally screenshot, post. That takes 2 seconds. 2 seconds, people. We have messaging conversations. Use those. We have trainings. Watch them. Put them on in your car. If you're still working and you're an essential worker, watch them on your way to work. Watch them on your way home. If you're in the shower, put it on, because I hope you're showering. If you're making breakfast in the morning or making dinner, put one on. Like, I think one thing that we really need to like understand is we need to work smarter, not harder. Do not reinvent the wheel. Keep your identity, but do not reinvent the wheel. If there is a message method that is working, don't go revise the whole thing. That doesn't make sense. You know, it's kind of like your teacher giving you a math equation. 2 + 2 is 4. And you're like, well, technically, if we do 5 plus -7 plus 1 minus 2, like, that's also 4. And it's like, yeah, but you can just do 2 + 2. You know what I mean? So don't make things, and I know that probably didn't equal 4, but whatever. Don't make things harder than they are. We have everything that we need to give you, and it's so simple. We have a daily list that you can use. And again, if you're getting in building those habits with things, right next to each task, like, I'm going to do this at 10 a.m. I'm going to do this at noon. I'm going to do this first thing in the morning. I'm going to do this for 5 minutes at 5 o'clock. I'm going to do this for 10 minutes at 1 o'clock. Like, we're not expecting you to change your whole schedule when you join. Absolutely not. We get it. Again, you have lives, and that is understandable. And right now, all of our worlds got turned upside down. No matter what your life looked like before then, like, it is different, and we are like understanding of that. But we can give you everything, but like, we can't do the work for you. Like, it's still your initiative, because you are a business owner now, to take that responsibility. And next to, again, if you're building those habits of your daily list, writing those things down, like, if you're getting in the habit of that, because I know not all of us can start forming that right away. Like, I wasn't like that. I had a massive busy schedule when I joined, but I had to start building those habits, and now it's kind of second nature. So, excuse me, with that, sorry, I have some notes so I don't like get to rambling on thing. But one thing that is great, hopping on these trainings, please, like, showing up is one of the key things of promoting. Being here live, asking your questions. Yes, if life is going on and you have something, watch the replay. Like, that's okay. But your first step, kudos to all of you for hopping on right now, because that is the first step of wanting to promote, of wanting to take your business to the next level, of wanting to make this work. Because ultimately, like, I get all the time, well, this business just didn't work. Well, did you? I mean, honestly, and that's not a mean thing, but like, this business will only work and will only have you be successful if you put in the work. No, that doesn't mean to be on your phone 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. because that's where people are like, well, I can't be on my phone all day. I didn't ask you to. You got to work smarter, not harder. The daily list that we have, like both me and Hilary's, should only take you about an hour or so throughout your whole day. That's not a lot. If you have an iPhone, you can even go in your settings and it will tell you how much on average you are on your phone, like screen time. So I would love for someone to show me that you're on less than an hour a day, because I'm sure we get to scrolling, we get to watch and stuff and all that. So just taking what we give you and using it. Now, if something isn't working for you for something, tell us. Say, hey, I'm going off of this thing and nothing is happening. Like no one is responding, nothing, I'm not like getting anyone interested. Like tell us. Like we don't expect you to keep doing something if it isn't working for you. Because yes, we all have different markets. Sorry, I don't know what my hair is doing. We all have different markets. We all have different people through our social media, and that is okay. So let us know that. I think also too, how Hilary was saying behind the scenes of last month, that is how keeping it so simple is. Yes, it is important to be posting on your story, to be posting on your feed, because overall, like that is how we show that our business is open. We don't have a storefront. We don't have like a key to unlock a door for people to walk in. Our storefront is posting on our story and saying, we're open for business. This is what we have. If you're interested, let us know. Otherwise, how are people supposed to know what you have? Okay, like you can message people and we're going to get into that, but you're going to have some people that you are messaging and maybe a photo is going to catch their eye, or maybe a before and after picture is going to catch them. And you could have been talking to this person, because I have it all the time. I will follow up and follow up and follow up and follow up and follow up, and they ignore every message. And then the second I put up some magical before and after of someone, they're like, what is that? And I'm like, there you are again. Let's start talking. So that is why posting is so key. But a lot of it has to do with messaging. You have to reach out to people. And I know that can be scary, and you're like, well, what if they say no? Okay. So what? A no isn't a no. It's not right now. You know, have you, like, it's when you're sitting at a restaurant table and you have a glass of water and it's like halfway empty, and like the waiter comes and like, do you want some more water? And you're like, no, I'm good. Is he never going to ask you for water again? No, he's probably going to come back in 5 minutes and say, do you want some more water? And then the glass is empty and you're going to say, oh yeah, I'll take some. That's exactly the same thing. Do not get discouraged because people say no. That is okay. I've had a lot of people tell me no, and then they see a photo because I'm consistently posting, and then they come back around and they order. So it's a lot of behind the scenes. It is messaging. It is talking to people. It is following up, because again, not everyone's going to order the first time you talk to them. That's okay. Follow up with them. Ask them for a date. If they say, hey, I need to wait on this date. Okay, great. I'm going to follow up with you on that date. Perfect. That's okay. That is okay. And I know we want that win right now, because trust me, I'm there every single day. I'm like, can you just order right now? Like, just right now? Like, please? That's okay. Okay. They will come around. They will come when they need to come, and that's okay. But keeping things so simple with our messaging, with the posting, because again, this business is simple. Yes, it is hard work. Yes, promoting is going to be some emotional times. I was a wreck last month. I'd be like, I'm getting it. I'm not getting it. I'm doing it. I'm not doing it. Like, I was a whirlwind, and that's okay. It's hard. I did the same thing when I was in college. I'm like, I'm going to get a good grade on this test. And I'm like, no, I'm not, because I'm not studying. Like, we all go through that. We go through that with anything. So it's okay to have those feelings, but just know that they will pass. They will get better. And I do want to mention one thing, because I think what really changed the game this month, this wasn't really one thing I was supposed to talk about, but journaling Zoom, if you are able to get on it, it is Monday through Friday. We do post it in our team chats about the journal Zoom. Cheyenne Knox does them Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Central Time, and they're amazing. It literally only takes about like 30 minutes in the morning. I know sometimes it can't, like, you can't hop on, and that's okay, but we get on. She goes through a journaling thing, and really, if you've never done journaling before, I didn't before this business. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Do I just write stuff down? Yes, that's literally it. No one's going to come steal your journal. You're not going to like have to report it to us every day. We're not trying to know all your secrets or anything, but she just talks about topics, and she'll pull out a devotional, and we'll listen to some really good, we call them Jesus jams in the morning, and just kind of get our mind right for the day, because it is hard, because we do deal with negative people, and it happens, and it's not going to stop. So just putting that out there. People are mean. It's okay. But getting your mind right first thing in the day, I think that was a really big game changer for me this month on just journaling, because I started my day off like that. And yes, I still have bad days, but I had that foundation there, and I knew this is how I'm going to start my day every day. I think that was a big thing. And two, it got me in the habit of throughout the day, if I would get in those negative thoughts, or I would be doubting myself, or I would get frustrated with something, I would pull out that same notepad I had, or what's it called? Like a notebook, whatever. And I would get out and I would just start journaling again. And I would just write. And sometimes I would just write my thoughts. Sometimes I would like motivate myself on there. Sometimes I would write out a prayer and just like, dear God, da 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 da. Whatever just like came to mind. And so I think that's just one thing that really helped this month. But I think what's really important is knowing that your faith slash belief, because I don't know what y'all believe in, but I believe in God, and having that faith and belief that you can achieve something, aligning with your hard work, because if one is slightly off, it's not going to happen. So Hilary is going to talk about that.
Hello. Okay, switching back. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to read something to you, and it's kind of like hardcore. Like Morgan just said, I don't know what everybody believes, but I will share a little bit of like my belief. I love Jesus, saved my life. So here we go. Okay. So this is just a really quick scripture, okay? But I'm applying it to the business. So just consider it a history little note if you don't, read the Bible. So it says, use your heads. Do you suppose for a minute that you can cut faith and works into two things and not end up with a corpse on your hands? That's pretty intense. But here's what I want to say. Can you say my why? So you guys, like, probably whenever you first started, you may have talked about why you were joining, or maybe you had it like in your heart and maybe you didn't share it completely yet, but you had a reason to like do this random thing from your phone. Like, it's not a traditional job. So we're all a different breed here doing this kind of thing. And you decided, like, you had that why. But if you take that why and then you also have the work that's required to achieve the why, you separate those things, you just don't do the work, you're not going to get this. Your faith or your belief that you can have that thing, that why, that's what's over here. And that's why we can't separate the two and say like, but I'm believing and I know that like this is God's will for me, or I know that I deserve this. Like whatever your belief system is, it says like, this is mine. Like I am here, I am taking it. Like, this is what it is. Like, I'm so excited. This is obviously going to happen for me because I just joined with somebody who promoted and all the things. So like, it's going to happen for me too. But then you're over here and like, work isn't happening. So here's the difference. Okay. The difference between work, really quick. If you're new, when bloggers and influencers, when they get paid for something, it's because they've spent years building up a lucrative business system. They don't just post pretty pictures. They run email marketing. That's done for us by It Works. They run affiliate links and things like that, where they had to message in the same way that we message for customers and we message potential teammates. They message brands to get a collaboration or to try to get an affiliate link. They have to apply with like Amazon or different places like that to be able to do a partnership with them. In the same way that people like apply and see if this is going to be a fit for them. So here's the thing. It's not working to just post and wait for people to come to you and then say on faith, well, of course everybody's going to come to me because I'm doing it. I'm telling people about the coffee. I heard it really well on a podcast before, and the girl was saying, you want to be the person who's initiating. What I figured out is, because you guys, I love me some marketing. I love taking pictures, editing them. I love having like a pretty aesthetic and stuff like that. I love all of that stuff. Can't get enough of it. But here's the thing. I don't get paid to do that. Not yet, anyway. Like when I get to a certain point, maybe it'll feel like that for me, but because of residual income, but I don't get paid for that. The last 3 days, whenever we brought in crazy amounts of volume, the people that came to me were the people that I had either previously been talking to. They saw a post that someone did for me that's a HAP. It's called a host to post. That's just when somebody is posting something to get some referrals for you that you would contact, okay? So I had already talked to them. They posted a HAP, or they saw a HAP for me. So they were interested in what was being posted. Or there's somebody who had just followed me for however long, saw that I was pushing because I was talking about what was going on in my business and I was sharing my excitement about what I was involved with, and people just wanted to order to support me. So those are like kind of the three key ingredients that I had going on at the end of the month. So I was not worried about posting. I didn't look like this the whole last 2 weeks of April. I didn't touch my hair. Like, it was insane. I was up till super late at night, messaging a bunch of people just like bloggers do. Bloggers have giveaways all the time. That just builds their following so that when brands see it, they're more likely to want to pay them more. But we do the same kind of thing. We share a giveaway and we get referrals. Same thing, we just get paid more consistently and a lot better, okay? And it's a lot easier for somebody who would be considered like a micro account, which would be somebody under 10,000 people. So I'm trying to like distinguish the two, because a lot of people join and they're like, but I'm posting and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, but they're not seeing results. Well, okay, we see that you believe in this. We see that you're sharing results, pictures, and stuff like that. But like, where are your results at? People want to see that. That's why they join. They follow you. They see that you're building your team because you're shouting people out in your stories. Like, you probably got a shout out by your enroller. You can't wait to be able to shout out somebody else. A lot of people like joining stuff just because they see there's excitement and fun going on. So you can believe all you want in the thing you just said yes to, but you will have a dead business on your hands if you don't work it. And honestly, I don't think we deserve, like, my belief is like, we don't deserve anything. It's a blessing to have this opportunity. And this is like a real like gut punch, like just really, really quick. And I promise I'm super nice. But honestly, like, there's a lot of people in the world who would freak out for this type of opportunity. I say that only because I myself have experienced getting paid from it. I have tried other companies before. It took me 3 years to join this one. I did not have the type of physical results or financial results in the time frame that I have had with this company with anything else that I've done. So my belief is really based on my own experience because I'm just that way. But I know there's so many people out there who would be like dying to be in your shoes, and so many people who don't even know about this opportunity yet, that sit and they're on their phone and they're like stressed about all the things that are going on, and they just wish that their biggest problem was sending out 50 to 100 messages a day to people about a giveaway. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane. Here's some things really quick, because on the faith side of it, what's really neat, so I believe in sowing and reaping. Okay, so you put in work, you're going to reap a harvest. That's just fact. Okay, so what's really cool on the faith side, so there's people who have joined this business because they had a big hard thing in their life happen, or they had a big need. One of those needs was Erin Tweed. She's a really big, a good leader. Okay, she's one of the top leaders in the company. Okay, she was actually, I don't know if this is her reason to join, but I know it was a good reason for her to stay. Okay, she was going through infertility, and she ended up needing to go through treatments and do IVF and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if you guys know much about that, but it costs crazy money to have a baby whenever your body just won't do it. And so that was like a faith thing. That was a life thing, a faith thing for her. So she went to work. And then her son was actually born with a few different issues, just with his health and everything. And she was able to pay cash for the very best doctors for what he needed. That's insane. And it all came from doing this. Hey, do you want my giveaway? Hey, do you want to try my coffee? How hard is that? It's not. Not whenever you're looking at your baby who has a need. Not when you're looking at the debt after college and you're like, when am I going to have a life and be able to enjoy the income that comes after graduating, Like, this is that opportunity. So you have that thing, like I was saying, you have that thing, And then you have to couple it up with the work, and the work does not need to go beyond the list that we give you. If you add to it after your first 90 days. Give us that time period to really train you, get you built up strong, and then you can start adding in some little things here and there. Don't jump into TikTok yet if you haven't been using TikTok already. Don't worry about trying a bunch of different extra stuff just because you followed some leaders and you're like, wow, look at what they do. Give us 90 days of sticking to, like, you are fully committed to getting your why, like not fully committed to what Hilary says or what Morghan says. You are fully committed to, I want at least a return on my investment. I want a bonus. I want, cash bonuses weekly. I want a shopping spree. If you want that stuff, give us your first 90 days of putting the work in. We'll build up your faith and build up your belief, all that you need. We'll help you with that. You do the work over here, stick with just that list, keep it so simple, and we know you guys will get it done. You'll promote. And I'm trying to think of the next topic, Morghan, because I got fired up. So I'm passing it back to Morghan because Morgan's got more to say. I'm pretty sure it was, I can't remember right now, so it's funny, but hold on. There we go.
Community.
Yay!
Yay. Okay, real quick though, because I loved how you were I was like jotting down notes with working hard with this. I can remember exactly what you said, but like in that gist. So thinking like, what is harder? Like how, or you're talking about Erin Tweed and how, she is paid through infertility and her second baby and everything. All while being on her phone and just simply messaging people. So what is ultimately harder, messaging people or still struggling? Because you joined for a reason. And maybe you're really not struggling. Maybe you're like, I'm kind of fine with, living paycheck to paycheck or, whatever life is like right now. Like maybe you're kind of okay with that because we can learn to adapt to being comfortable even if it is hard and we want better, but we're kind of like, well, like I am okay. Like I can tolerate it, But maybe you are struggling and maybe you're like, this is like the last shot I got. Like I got to make this work, So what is harder, messaging people or going back to struggling and worrying about when your bills are going to get paid, or even if you're going to get them on time, or if you can fill up your gas and not only put in $15 or only $10 or only $20, or if you're going to have to ask your parents for money. That was a big thing for me. I hated asking my parents for money, and they would always give it to me. I mean, most of the time if it was reasonable, but like they were more than willing. But I was like, I'm growing up. I need to stop doing that. Like I need to, eventually become independent. Is it harder pushing through or going back to what life was like before? Because again, you joined for a reason. So would you put, and I've heard this analogy and I love it, and it's about going on a mountaintop. And I'm going to butcher this, but it makes sense in my mind. I can't even think of the analogy. But anyways, I'm all over the place because I was not supposed to talk about this. But you can either push through right now and get past it or fall back to what you were on. What do you want? Because it's both going to be hard. Both of them are going to be hard. It's going to be hard. That's where I was getting at. It's going to be hard being where you were before this because you joined for a reason. You joined for that very reason to get rid of that, whatever that was. If it was bills, debt, moving out, college, needing money for whatever it may be. That is hard. That's why you join. Or is it hard doing what we do? Because again, we're a social media team. I'm sure you found us or you're enrolled on social media, so you were on there anyways. So what's going to change again if you quit? You're still going to be on social media. And I'm sure you might unfollow one of us. Sorry, I just scared my dog when I did that. You might unfollow one of us, but I'm sure you're probably going to see someone else down there posting and they're going to remember us and you're going to be like, dang, if I would have just stayed. So speaking of that real quick, Bree, who just promoted, She was one of my rubies that promoted last month. She tried to quit about a month after she joined. And I was like, girlfriend, no. No, I'm not going to beg anyone to stay, but I will try to talk you through it of like, okay, but like, why are you wanting to do that? Because if it's ultimately like, well, I'm just not photogenic. So we'll figure it out. But she did try to quit. And so I talked to her about it. I'm like, give me a little more time. Like, we're going to work this out. And girlfriend is one of, out of a few that I have, or not a few. All my girls are awesome, but one of my best leaders that I have. And I'm like, and I sometimes remind her because I get sassy. And I'm like, remember when you tried to quit on me and now you're Ruby and da-da-da. But anyways, so with that, it's going to be hard either way. Push through. It's going to be fine. Communicate with us. I think that is so key too. Let us know, okay? If you're having a bad day, if you're like, this part isn't working for me, or I'm not, can I switch up this message and make it sound like me, or I'm struggling in this area, let us know. Don't feel like that you have to form into our little robot child and like you have to do everything like us or it's not going to work. No. Talk to us. Let us know. Because what I hate more than anything is people that come to me and they're like, I don't think this is for me anymore. And I'm like, well, why? And they're like, well, I've been struggling with this and I've been struggling with this and then this wasn't this and did it. And I'm like, you never told me. Like, we couldn't even get to the point of trying to fix it before you're like, peace out. Like, you're not going to say anything that's going to get me to stay. So please tell us. Like, you are not going to hurt our feelings of like, I don't really like this part of it. How can I switch it like that? That is okay. So anyways, that was not what I was supposed to talk about, but community, what I was supposed to talk about. Community is so big. And I think through trials that I've gone with this business, I've always wanted to have a community of my girls that rely on one another, not just me, because of course I'm here, but sometimes I'm not the quickest at answering my phone, or I'm not always around the second you need me. And I want everyone to rely on each other and my upcoming leaders to reach out to them and say, hey, like, can you help me with this? Or become friends or accountability partners, or get to know someone if they live near you, things like that. I always wanted that type of bond. And I'm sure Hilary can say the same. Like, we want that family unit. Like, we're a team. Okay. And what is a team? It's a group of people that are pushing towards the same goal. That is what a team is. We're not like lonesome people all just here, like kind of helping each other out, but kind of not. That's not what a team is. We're a team. Sometimes you'll hear tribe. Sometimes you'll hear squad. It's all the same thing. We are all here together trying to reach the same goal. And no matter what your why is, we're all trying to reach a why. That is a same goal. Whether your why is pay debt or make $500 for one bill or whatever the case may be, we're here together. And so that is so important to stay plugged in. I think that's one thing to where people can check out the most. And again, that's why I love, if you are on here tonight watching this live, thank you so much, because that is so important. Hopping on these things. And yes, I know it's a Sunday night and you probably want to be watching TV and whatnot, but this right here are blessing your efforts. And God sees that, and He knows that you are here showing up for yourself. And we say all the time, you have to show up to go up. If you want to go up and be successful, you have to show up here. So with that community, be around people, stay close. We say stay close to the fire, because if you're out in La La Land doing your own thing, that's fine, but you're probably going to get burnt out. You're probably going to get lonely sometimes. And I bet you, whatever you're going through, whether it's in the business or out of the business, there is someone else on our same team that's going through the exact same thing. And if you just share a little bit, I'm not saying completely like air your dirty laundry, because I am a private person too. So like, I do understand that, but staying close with us and communicating and getting to know other people is so, so important, because you need that community. You need that bond and that friendship. Like, what keeps me going most of the time is just the friendship and seeing y'all on here and being to show up for y'all and talking to y'all and seeing y'all talk to each other in the chat. And I'm just like, they don't even really need me right now, but I'm okay with that. Like, I love it, because I love that y'all are talking to each other and getting to know each other. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So community is so important. And one thing that I really think was a key to last month of this massive promotion that we all hit is the late nights. And you're probably like, late nights, don't sign me up for that. It's not going to be all the time. Trust me. Like, these are the last month was probably like maybe one of the only months that I stayed up consecutively like that. And now my body is paying for it because I'm exhausted. But I have never, I mean, I have, but like those times were so much fun being on Zooms. Sometimes we were talking, sometimes we were just listening to music or 90s or Jesus jams or talking, being delirious or making funny faces. And then Hilary would do something crazy and I'm over here laughing, trying to concentrate. Like, it was just such a fun time. And you're probably thinking like, y'all stay up till like 2 a.m. like doing that. Yes. But that is how we brought in 4,000 in volume in 72 hours. And that wasn't all of our teams. That was a limited people that were like, yep, I'm going to be on that train and I'm going to be one of those people that bring in that volume. So I think, and if you're new, you're probably like, nah, I don't know about all that. It's okay. Like, we will get there. We're not expecting you to stay up till midnight every single night. Don't do that. That's not good for your health. But ultimately, community is so important. Getting to know each other, getting an accountability partner, I think, is so important as well. Someone that's going towards your same goal. If you're new, find someone else that's new. If you're going for Ruby, find someone else that's going for Ruby. If you're going to Emerald or Diamond, find someone else that's going for Emerald or Diamond. Like, get someone with common goals so y'all kind of know where you're at, with things, and y'all are pushing towards the same things and keeping each other accountable. Like Hilary said, like, have been pushing for the same goal. So I think that's so important with having those people, because again, in this business, money is going to fluctuate. That's not a secret. It's going to happen. But I think really what keeps people around is the community, is the showing up every day, because we do have hard days. Like, me and Hilary talk every single day. And sometimes we're like on the top of the mountain and sometimes we are down in the valley. And then we just, every day we're like, who's picking up who? Who's picking up who? And we're just going to keep going. Like, no man left behind. We're going. And I think, again, community is so key, because people are going to get down on the dumps. It's like when you watch those like crazy triathlon things and they're like jumping up wood things and going in mud and it's like crazy stuff. And then you'll see like one person that's like flat on the ground, like, nope, let's go. Like, that is what we do here. That is what both of our teams do. Like, we are going to pick you up. Even if you're like, nope, I ain't doing it, I am picking you up and putting you on my back, and we are going, because that is what we do, because we are hard workers and we have goals to meet. And that hard day is going to come and go, and it's okay. And it's fine. And it's okay to have a good 5 minutes and get through it. And then I say you got a 5-minute pity party. Have it, cry, do whatever you want, and then you got to get over it, because choose your heart. What's going to be your heart? But it's that community that's going to keep you there, that's going to keep you going and encourage you. Even if you're having a bad day, put in our team chat, hey, I'm having a bad day. And I'm sure you will have a ton of girls that say, you got this. You're going for it. We're proud of you. Keep going. We're going to pray for you. Like, again, I think it's so important to be showing up for one another and being there for one another, because we are a team, we are a family, and that really, the momentum with that. And you're probably like, well, how does this make me money? Like, if you're right, you're probably like, community doesn't make me money. Like, this is more of like a blue type. But I am red and yellow. And if you have another color personality test, you're probably going to get there. But I don't really have a lot of blue in me. I'm very like isolated. I'm an only child. So is Hilary. So like, we like our me time. But the 72 hours that I enrolled the most customers last month was when I was sitting on Zooms with girls, talking or listening to music or laughing or cheering each other on, or delirious with our eyes going whichever way because we couldn't even see because we're staring at screens all the time. That is when I enrolled the most volume, was because that encouragement and staying close to the fire and staying close to the people and having that encouragement. So please, if that is Like, if you're good and everywhere else, I highly recommend when we do power hours, jump on with us. Sometimes if you don't want to show your face, that's fine. But we see you showing up. And I think for us, growing our team and wanting to build those leaders, that is one thing that we really see. You can be a master roller, and that's awesome. And we give credit to that. And that is hard work, and kudos to you. But we do see the people that show up. And I talk to Hilary and I talk to Courtney Labby, and I say, maybe she's on a master roller right now, but because I see this girl showing up every single day, I know it's going to happen. One girl that I do have to shout out is Jessica Harris. She's not showing her camera, but that girl shows up to everything. I could cry right now because I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. Whoo! She shows up to everything.
I love you, Jessica.
So, I don't know, I'm crying. Showing up is so important because we see that and we know that I'm probably crying because I'm so like sleep deprived. When I don't sleep, I just cry about everything. But when you show up, we know that time is coming. That breakthrough is coming because me and Hilary have both had those times to where it is hard and we're not enrolling a lot. And we're like, why is things not happening? But we keep showing up. We get on every power hour in training, in Zoom, in Journal Zoom. And we show up and we're like, we're here. We're ready. And that is why we had the month that we had last month, because we showed up in the winter, in the fall, last summer, through all of our trials that we went through. We showed up. And so please, maybe you're in that season right now to where you're kind of down in the dumps, or maybe you just got started and you're like, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. You'll probably get there one day because, again, this goes up and down. But please show up, stay close to the fire, communicate with us, and know that you have girls here that are cheering on for you. Not just me and Hilary, not just your enroller, but sideline girls that we all see stuff in our chats, and we're cheering you on, and we love you. And with this month being so important because we are going on another run, please show up. Even if you don't want to show your face and you're looking a hot mess, we understand. That's okay. But show up, and we promise your efforts will prosper.
Yes. That's so sweet. Here's the thing. Like, that's so good. That seriously, like, I loved it so much whenever we were all together. Like, I get, like, obviously I started with this flippin' hat. Like, I like being silly and goofy. So when we were up super late, like, it was a lot of fun. But here's one thing I'll say too is a lot of people go into this and we're on our phones. It doesn't really feel like you're working with the public, like with that type of job. So say like if you're working in a boutique or a restaurant or something like that, but honestly, you are working with the public. That's how we get sales. That's how we get paid our commissions, by talking to the public, by talking to people. So that means you're gonna have a variety of different people. So I want to just really talk to encourage obviously the girls who have been going with us for a while now, but if you're even new, there is something that I took the time, I think it was like last week, right during like month end. There's another girl who is on another team. She's a sideline sister, and she had somebody like be just like disgustingly rude to her. This woman like spammed her and everything. Like, and there are people out there that are just, they're like that. If your mom's name is Karen, sorry, but they're like the Karens of the world, right? Like, they're kind of just those people. Here's the thing. Those people who are rude to you guys, who are like, why'd you send me something that could help me? Like, or why'd you send me something about a giveaway? I don't even know you. Like, who's hateful about free things? That should tell you guys enough. Don't take that personal. The thing is, if you care to even look, I know this because it took me 3 years to join the business. So I said no for 3 years, but I didn't do it rudely. And there is a difference between somebody like that and somebody who's just nasty about stuff and just rude. They're the same people who throw a fit at McDonald's when an order is wrong. They're the same people who don't tip waitresses. It's those same people. So they exist online. You're going to come across them. You would come across them at your other jobs too, though. So just know that it's not because of your industry. It's not because of your company. It's not because of what products, or it's nothing to do with that. Those people exist in everything. They could be like the annoying person in your class. They could be that rude person that you work with that always causes drama, or they're just the constant complainer. But those people exist because there's a lot of nice people out there who will never buy from you and they will never join your team, but they will support you at least with kindness. So just know some of the nasty no's, because there's like no's that are like not right now, and then there's some just straight up nasty no's. We say block them because they're like the rude people of the world, and you don't even need what they're putting in their feed anyway. Like, you don't want to read that crap. So just, that's my little bit of encouragement to people who are new on the team and things like that, because there's so many people who you can get easily discouraged, but honestly, those people exist everywhere. And so I want to encourage you with just, I believe, like, Morgan and I, like, we're not the only ones who do this, but we pray people into our business, and we fully believe that if you're on our team, you're here by assignment. It's a divine appointment. Hello, you are like welcome to embrace the crazy and the good things that come along with it. We really believe that you're here for a purpose. However long that season is and whatever it looks like, maybe it just looks like you're making, side hustle money, and maybe you turn this into a full-time thing because you want to be a stay-at-home mom one day or something. Okay. Either way, I believe that you have a purpose here, and I'm so excited to see what you guys are doing with it. I'm going to say a prayer over us, and then we are going to be able to jump on the family call. If you haven't done the family call yet, it normally goes through, like, we forward it out to our team, but it'll be on Mark Pentecost's Facebook page. He's our CEO. So, yes, hold on. Do y'all have questions? I'll unmute Morgan really quick too. Do you guys have any questions about anything? Oops.
Oh, there we go. Yes. Any questions at all? And if you haven't watched the family call, it's on a Mark Pentecost page, what Hilary just said. Mm-hmm. That is how you spell his name. And it's just like a live, like it's a Zoom, but it's like live on his feed, so you don't have to like hop on or anything. And he just goes over any announcements or anything. Mm-hmm. Comes us up. You can kind of meet some of the corporate team, things like that. But do y'all have any questions so far? Anything? Y'all just ready to rock out May and get to work?
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a ride. Like, we're all promoting. Like, okay, yes. So hold on. Shout out your promotion. I'm gonna shout out your promotion in the chat. If you don't know what your promotion should be, you're gonna get to the 400 club by next week, and then you're going Ruby. Like,
yes. Shopping spree 400.
Yes, shopping spree 400. Mm-hmm. Woo, Diamond! I'm so
Diamond. Who else?
Yes, Jessica, you're going Diamond. So if y'all didn't know, if you're new, there is a $15,000 bonus attached to Diamond. Morgan just earned it. So everybody who's pushing for that, they're working towards like a legitimate bonus. Y'all, companies do not do what we do. It's insane.
And the reason why we can do those bonuses is because we are a debt-free company. Yes. Our company has been debt-free since 2008. And that is why we pay out the way that we do when we have one of the best comp plans.
Right.
Oh, Jody said she's going Ruby.
Yay! Awesome. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited.
What else?
It's going to be fun to see everybody promote.
Yes, I'm so excited. For sure. Okie doke. Pray us out, girl.
Okay. Lord, I just thank you for each one of the women that are on this call tonight, God. I thank you for just bringing them onto our team. Lord, I pray that you would just open up favor over their business, that they will meet nothing but kind people, or they will have the right words at the right time and the right mindset to deal with the negative Nancy's of the world. Lord, we ask that you would just make this week a smooth one. We know that there's crazy things going on in people's personal lives, and just all the stuff that's happening around the world right now. So Lord, if they've been dealing with any fear, any anxiety, depression, like anything like that, we know that those things are really real. And so God, we just ask that you would just take those things, that you would take them away, that you would replace them with your truth, with your love, and with your peace. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay.
Amen.
All right.
Yay.
Well, we will see y'all next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.